It's kind of like go time. The cost of a bikini prep. Hi friend, welcome to a new bikini prep vlog. If you're new here, my name is Madeline and I am exactly 3 weeks out for my first bodybuilding competition as a bikini competitor. And 3 weeks is not very long. So it's been a few weeks since I've done a bikini prep vlog because honestly, a lot of it is repetition and just having the discipline to keep doing the same things over and over. But things have changed and we're getting close and I have lots to talk about today. Like I said, I am 3 weeks out. My macros have dropped, my cardio has increased, and I've also been booking everything for the actual competition weekend. So later in this video, I'm gonna talk to you about the true cost of doing something like this, how much it costs to compete, because I knew it was gonna be expensive, but we're here, we're in it. I'm gonna see this thing through. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about the cost of competing, I'll give you a full day of eating on these lower macros. This is my first day at these lower macros because I had to refeed the last 2 days. This is Saturday, October 30th, 6:38 a.m. My gym opens at 7. I'm gonna be there for the back and bicep workout, and then I'm gonna do half of my cardio. Let's go to the gym and get this day started.
Something keeps on holding me back now. Something keeps on dragging me down. I'm screaming but you can't hear a sound, and I'm not being honest. Let's get back to that somehow. Yeah, you make me feel something special, like something I've never felt before. Now I'm not the type to need somebody else, but I want you here by my side. Can you give me what I need? Cause I'm not sure if I can bleed no more out here on the dance floor. I'm obsessed with the way that you move. Now I got something to prove.
Hey guys, so it's been a little while. I had my breakfast a couple hours ago, those pancakes, which are just so good. I ran out of cocoa powder, so they didn't have that. Other than that, it's the exact same pancakes I've been making for weeks now on repeat because pancakes, they're so good. I'm probably gonna keep making these pancakes after prep. It's definitely the best healthy pancake recipe I've found, and they're so good for preparing ahead of time. Anyway, big fan of those pancakes. Very passionate about that. I had breakfast, cleaned up a little bit. I've been editing a video. I didn't have lunch before too long, but I wanted to go over my check-in from this past week. Today I am 3 weeks out from a competition. It's kind of like go time. The last few weeks got really, really hard and my motivation like took a nosedive and I was not sure I even wanted to do this anymore. I was just like, why am I doing this? I could be eating chips and salsa right now. And it's not just that, but also just like having a day off. But I am so thankful for Jackson, my husband, and all my friends, just being so supportive and encouraging and always believing in me. Because if it was just me, I don't know if I could see this through. But all that to say, at this point, I'm feeling excited again, which is good. My last check-in, so my weight was down a tiny bit. I think I checked in at like 110.4 and the week before it was 110.6 or something. My waist measurement was pretty much the same. Everything was pretty much the same. I'll pop the pictures somewhere. I've come a really long way. I've been, dieting for 17 weeks. So I'll put my very first check-in picture to compare to now. But it was time to make some changes so that we can really like push through these last few weeks and get me where I need to be for the stage. My macros have dropped. This is definitely the fewest carbs that I've ever purposely consumed, especially being a vegan. Like carbs are everything. Reminder that these macros are specific to me and this is not like sustainable lifestyle weight loss. Like the goal is just to get really shredded for a show and then return to intuitive healthy eating. I still have 2 refeed days, which is nice. except those refeed days are now lower macros than my normal days were. So on my refeed days, I'm gonna have 180 carbs, 110 protein, and 40 fat. And that's what I had the last 2 days. And the other 5 days, it is 120 carb, 120 protein, and 45 fat. So today's my first day on those macros. It's going okay so far. I definitely pushed breakfast off as long as I could so that like all my eating is closer together because I hate being hungry. Cardio was also upped to 60 minutes 6 times a week, and before that it was 40 minutes 6 times a week. Other prep things. So the last 4 weeks also my sleep sucked. Like half the time I would get like 4 to 6 hours of sleep at night. Yeah, and then I would just not be able to go back to sleep. I would still feel tired, but I would wake up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and just be awake. I got a lot of stuff done really early in the morning, but was exhausted, which makes everything else harder. That seems to have gotten better, at least for now. I'm sleeping at least like 6 to 8 hours a night, which is a lot better. Training wise, I definitely don't feel like I'm making strength gains, which you're not trying to in prep, but like it's getting hard to like even hit the same weights every single time. I'm still trying to push myself and do more, but definitely feeling that's harder. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I'm pretty happy with how I'm looking. I've never been this lean before, so it is cool. One thing I've noticed that I was not expecting is the difference in my face. So I'm gonna try to find a video or a picture or something from earlier this year. Even before I was bulking, my face was so much rounder than it is now. I was just not expecting that. I'm gonna have my lunch fairly soon, and then I still need to do 30 more minutes of walking. I have an exciting mug cake protein recipe to show you guys. I'm still like working on figuring out the perfect combination of stuff. And then I'm also gonna talk about the cost of competing because I've spent a lot of money the last couple weeks booking everything I needed to book. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys about that in a bit.
Where did those nights go way back then? We always were so innocent.
Hey guys, so truth be told, it is the next day. It is now Sunday, October 31st, Halloween, but I'm eating pretty much what I ate yesterday. So I want to finish out this full day of eating. And since it's the same food, I feel like the spirit of the full day of eating is intact. The next thing I'm gonna make is this protein mug cake. Now, I'm not saying this tastes like a cake. It's really not bad. It's more of like a warm bread pudding. I don't know, I'm still messing with like the proportions of things to try to make it more like a cake. Basically, it's just protein powder, a little bit of almond milk, baking powder, and then you microwave that. And then I'm gonna top it with peanut butter and some frozen blueberries. And when I mix that all together, it makes more of like a fruit bread pudding thing. For some reason, it sounds better to me than a cold protein shake. So that's what I'm gonna make. This is the texture that I have when I put it in the microwave. Okay, this is after 2 minutes and 15 seconds. It's still very soft, but I'm gonna add the frozen fruit and peanut butter in the microwave a little bit more. And 30 more seconds, I guess. Okay, so the last few times I made this, it got kind of bready. This time, it's literally just like mush. Hey, you're in the background. It's very mushy, but it still tastes good. It's just like a weird bread pudding thing. So I don't know if I'm even recommending this. I'm just showing you what I'm eating. And this weird thing is what I'm eating. Okay, I put it in for another minute and it's actually a little bit cakey now. Like it's not just straight liquid. I think the vegan protein powders maybe just take a lot longer. Also putting blueberries in it is gonna mess it up. But this is super hot, so while this is cooling down, I thought I could go ahead and talk to you guys about the cost of a bikini prep and competing. I think I purposefully didn't look up this information ahead of time because I don't think I would have been able to justify it, because I hate spending money. I mean, I like spending money sometimes, but I'd rather save it. So I listed out the different things I'm spending money on for the competition that I wouldn't normally be spending money on. And I have just kind of the generic prices of what I paid for these things. A lot of these things could be more expensive or cheaper. First of all, the competition suit. So this is a bikini, but they're super sparkly bikinis. Mine was just about $400, which is so much money for a bikini that I'm gonna wear once. I'm hoping I can resell it or something. My wedding dress was $135, which I realize is abnormal, but that's just how I am. I don't want to spend that much money on stuff. That was like the most basic, or not the most very basic, but like the step up from the most basic suit. The heels, these right here, were $80, which I think is actually an okay price, like for shoes. And these are fairly comfortable. They have really good reviews. So I didn't want to like skimp on the shoes and then kill my feet. My coach is $200 per month. That is an online coach. She plans out my macros and my workouts. I also can have posing sessions with her. I just have to book them, but they're kind of included in that price, which is super nice. We do check-ins weekly. But yeah, $200 a month for the coach. The NPC card, so you have to pay to compete. I'm competing in the NPC. That card to compete is $135, and I think you have to buy one per year. You also pay for each class that you are entering in the competition, so you can be eligible for a few different ones. I decided to compete in 2 because I just cannot spend the money to compete in 3. I'm gonna do True Novice, which means it's your first time ever competing, and then I'm gonna do Open, which is based on height and not experience, so that one will be interesting. To compete in 2 classes, I paid about $285. The hotel, so obviously if you live close to the competition, you don't have to do this, but it's about a 2-hour drive for us. I got an Airbnb actually, and it is about $400 for 2 nights. We do have a friend that's gonna stay there with us, so that'll take away some of the cost. That's cheaper than the hotel was gonna be where the competition is held, because I've heard it's really good to stay at the competition hotel, but I don't think they even had a microwave in the room, or they don't have a refrigerator. So since it's the same price or cheaper, I just went with an Airbnb that is like 15 minutes from the hotel. The spray tan is $135, and I just booked that through the company. It's gonna be at the competition hotel because I've never had a spray tan. I've never self-tanned or anything, and I don't want to just try that for the first time and then get on stage and it look bad. So I felt like that was worth the money. And then hair and makeup. That is where I'm hoping to save a little bit of money. I know I can definitely do my own hair. I'm gonna practice doing my makeup this week. I've never done like intense stage makeup, but hopefully I can do something good enough so I don't have to spend another few $100s. Yeah, so that's where the competition has gotten expensive for me. There can be more things. I know some people have posing coaches, some people have posing suits that they buy, and there's lots of other little things. Like I'm gonna have to bring my own sheets to the Airbnb because that spray tan will get all over the sheets and I don't wanna ruin their sheets or get charged for anything. So that'll be another cost. There's all the food. I don't know if I'm spending more on food in prep because I'm literally not eating out at restaurants at all. So I'm saving money there. So if I'm spending a little bit more on groceries, I think it evens out. That's something that people might not think about before they jump into a competition. It is expensive. I feel super grateful that Jackson is like so supportive of this and behind me. And the other day he was just saying like, yeah, this stuff, you know, is expensive, but I'm really proud of what you've done and we're gonna see this thing through and celebrate it. Okay, I'm gonna eat my snack. See you guys for dinner and then my highs and lows of the past few weeks of prep. Okay friends, it's dinner time. I'm having the same bowl that I have all the time. I pretty much just switch out the protein in it. Today it's the Italian sausage from Field Roast. Other times I have tofu or Tofurkey. He actually makes a really good chicken. The last thing I want to go over are the highs and lows of the last few weeks of prep. We'll start with the lows so that we can end on a high note. The low would be the loss of motivation that I talked about earlier. It just got really hard. It's hard to do hard things when you don't even feel like doing them. Like for the first while I was excited, so then I was motivated, or it wasn't too hard, so it didn't take too much motivation. But there was like one day where I got like less than 4 hours of sleep, had a super busy work day. I had to go do a leg day during my lunch break at the gym, and I just didn't even know if I could do it. Like I got in there and I literally just had to think, okay, one set at a time. And I did the whole thing, and I felt a lot better afterwards, but it was hard. But when I walked out of the gym that day, I felt so proud of myself because like, nothing in me wanted to do that or felt like doing it, but I did it. But yeah, that would be the low of the last few weeks, is just losing motivation, losing my sense of purpose behind this. I think you definitely have to have a really strong why to do something like this, like a long-term goal. But the high kind of goes along with that. What really helped me like get out of that slump was feeling support from my friends and family. I've been thinking about it, and doing something like this where it's just something out of the ordinary that not a lot of people do, it kind of gives you a chance to see how much support you really have. Like when you're just going about normal life, you might not think about it, but when you are doing something hard like this, like the people who love you, they make sure to encourage you and push you. It's just been really great because I just assume, you know, I'm out here doing my own thing, whatever. But then when I go talk to people and they ask me how it's going, or they say they're so proud of me, it's cool. I feel like it kind of gives me an opportunity just to take a step back and think about the support system that I have. We are under 3 weeks out now. Crazy. I'm gonna eat dinner and see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.